Ladies and gentle life forms, welcome back to your favorite evening news show, UBC's Shmursday Night Live Debate, brought to you by the Universal Broadcasting Corporation. I'm your host, Tron Zergandy. Stay classy. Tonight, we bring you an electric debate between Dorgan Dingleshneeb and Kringid Blasbar, discussing two conflicting viewpoints regarding our future interactions on the novel alien planet. In case you've been living under a rock for the past couple of celestial rotations, our great deep space explorers recently made an incredible discovery. They came across an intelligent civilization located on a single planet in the Milky Way galaxy. Here's our esteemed interstellar correspondent, Vorpus Dingleshneeb, so he can explain his experience on the planet.
Thank you, Tron. My crew and I have only been here for 3 of these planets' rotations, and I am shocked by everything I have seen here. This planet is much like our home planet, Chukula, if you imagine it on fire. Conflict and violence are everywhere. Inequality runs rampant, and people die of preventable diseases every day. It appears that even though the dominant species here seems to possess the ability to form a primitive civilization, and thus must have some cognitive faculties, they seem to lack the intellect to create any of the inventions that we take for granted, like teleportation. It also appears they simply aren't able to create a civilization that isn't incredibly barbaric. My crew and I have landed in a small population center in the northern part of this planet, where we prepared a special treat for you folks at home. Using advanced cloaking and translation technology, I was able to conduct the first ever undercover interview with a local life form from this planet. Hello, life form. What do you call yourself?
Bridget.
Excellent. Now tell me, what do you call this place that we're in?
Charlottesville?
The planet Charlottesville. Fascinating.
Charlottesville is a city.
Yes, very well, simple human. Tell me, what do you occupy most of your time doing?
I'm a waitress at the Virginian, so I'm working most of the time to make ends meet.
Describe this occupation. How does it contribute to your civilization's prosperity or interplanetary dominance?
I take customers' orders, bring people their food, refill waters, that sort of thing. Why are you talking like that, by the way?
So, you spend most of your time simply moving sustenance from one location to another? That seems incredibly simple.
I guess you could describe it that way. Am I being pranked or something? Are there cameras somewhere?
Now, one thing that I've noticed in my time here is the vast stratification of resources and power. You seem to live in one of the more powerful nations on this planet. What are your thoughts on this planetary inequality?
What are you talking about? Poor people living in huts in Africa? Sucks for them, but not really my problem.
Wow. Fascinating. Bridget, from the planet Charlottesville, thank you for your time.
It's a sit.
Thank you, Vorpus, for the always top-notch reporting. Now, for what all you nitrogen-based life forms have been waiting for, the debate. The format will be as follows. 30 seconds each at the start for opening remarks, then a 5-minute open debate, and finish off with closing remarks. Let's start with the affirmative side. Kringid, you have the floor.
Well, first of all, Tron, I'd like to thank you for having me on the show. And look, I know from that video this may be hard for all of you in the audience to believe, but you've got to see that these people have something like a civilization. They've invented coherent language that we can understand, and they have some basic organized society. You know, to us, they might seem totally barbaric, but surely it's obvious that they're on their way to becoming civilized. We can't just ignore all that and invade them. We have to make our contact peaceful.
Yeah, enough of that. Listen, these are not people. These are primitive, extraterrestrial life forms. I mean, seriously, they haven't even built a Dyson sphere around their sun yet. Let's not forget what makes us a civilization. Our intelligence and capacity to live. These humans can't even be compared to our beautiful world. Their lands are divided. The average person fails to care for poor societies, going as far as to say, not really my problem. As such, the question shouldn't be whether to establish relations or not. It should be whether to enslave or eradicate them.
Thank you both for your opening remarks. I'm excited to see how this debate goes. Without further ado, Kringid, let the debate commence.
Yes, thank you. Their people may be divided, but that doesn't mean they don't have intelligence or consciousness. Their mental capacities are clearly somewhat high, and while we're talking about division and lack of care, let's not forget that our own planet was at war not so long in the past.
Yeah, whatever. That was like 10,000 stellar revolutions ago. Anyway, I don't see why you consider them a civilization at all. They're way too primitive. Even if we tried to form relations with them, what would we get out of that? The way I see it, they have a nice resource-rich planet we can use. We'd be better off using them as labor or just getting rid of them.
I'll put it this way. Imagine some even more advanced species than us that could easily eradicate us. We're having the same conversation about our world right now. We can't just take other people's planets to use for whatever we want. That's completely unethical.
Ethics isn't my concern. Stop talking about stupid hypotheticals. When have we ever cared about the ethics of what we do with the animals here?
But they're clearly intelligent beings. We can't just consider them animals.
Huh? We consider Shvam Bing Ding Barbles as animals, even though their species is adjacent to ours and they exhibit some basic intelligence.
That's completely different.
Ha, says who? Are you gonna start arguing for Ding Bargle rights?
Now, keep it civil, esteemed guests. Let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back with you folks after a word from our sponsor.